Hello, Music Bear here. Today I'm going to address something that was asked. How do you go through the motion when you get a new or potentially get a new VST? What is the out and in of that? Well, that's a good question. I can show what I do, and that is the purpose of this video. The first thing, after the download, I of course check it for viruses. Make sure that there's no detectable. You never know if there is, but every time you download something from the internet, you can get infected. That's just how it is. But just run through the motion, check with a decent virus scanner if there's something well known embedded in the download or the zip or whatever. I never find anything at all, never. And then it's just getting yeah, that's outside the view, but you know, here in side view, sidebar, sorry, instrument plugin, drag in a new container, this guy up here, and go to the folder symbol and get the DDL. In this case, we are unboxing the Odin 091. I have no idea what it is. So that's fun. Then I slap it into a track, of course, and may or may not, that's not necessary here, pull that away, may or may not put in some notes at once. But let's see what we have here. Here's the interface for Odin. So what is it? That's of course the first thing. And we sorry, I have to have that guy over there so I can press some keys. Otherwise this is going to be very, very boring. Even more boring than it used to be. Immediately it could be a bass synth, right? Nice sound. Of course, we will have to do something with the envelopes. But the very, very first thing we have to do before we do anything at all is to figure out if this Odin thing, does it work in Elements? And for that we are simply going to do something like this. I'm going to put those guys there and those guys there, and pick interesting. We take the bottom one here and put that also pitch. There's a lot of options here. Wow. It looks very very simple. But is it? I'm not sure. Okay, I'll take the sliders here and put them in the middle position. All of this I'm doing here is of course in order to see if this this VST filter 2 bypass, okay. Put it in an LP. Ooh, then I get controllers for it. Nice. Does this VST work in Elements? And if it does, I will have to make sure that all kinds, and those are just the same. So if those work, those will probably also work. They will work, no doubt about it. So now I have a recognizable pattern. Put this, oh, that's also one of those. That's some interesting settings here, actually. Oscillator 1, oscillator 2, oscillator 3. It's a triple oscillator. I think it's a triple oscillator. Interesting. Now our triple oscillator in Elements is really good, except it has a problem with phase, which has been bothering Elements for the best of 10 years, I'd say, ever, and really can't figure out what to do. It's falling out of phase. So, right. We're gonna have a 5-point test. That's what we're gonna have. Yep, 5-point. The output, we already checked the output. That was fine. It sounded like a bass, and so that's pretty good. We also should have turned some knobs, but well, I have turned some knobs now, and it's definitely changed. But then we have the reload. So we have to save this and then fetch it again from the hard drive and see if the changes in the setting of the UE actually is kept after it has been saved. So outside view, I'll just save our project as it is right now, and then we'll load it again and see what we get. Yep. Outside view, save, there. I'm going to save as, and so it's saved, and then we have to get it anew. Of course, before I reload it, I just dump in a dummy project. That looks like that, and then I fetch the project I just saved, and it comes in here. Let's see, and what do you know? All the dials. See, this is what I saved. So I can save the settings in the dials. Also see it, yeah, OSC 1 and OSC 1 pitch. So it saves itself. This means that this guy can actually work in Elements. So there's no reason for us not to like this. So that's great. The next thing we have to test here, we can see it says that automation. Does the VST knobs connect to the LMS knobs? Let's see. So I'll bring this guy out there, and up we go with this, because here we can make an yeah. Let's see. We need some notes. I just drop in some random notes. Doesn't matter. like that. And it sounds horrible, I'm sure, but never mind. Just let that run in the background, and I'll insert a automation track. Right there, and I will try to automate some. Let's just make this a little bit longer. I'm just holding control and dragging, and then I of course can copy like that, and I can make a loop like that, and then I can open our controllers here in the VSTs. Better show that right there, and that's not so good. It doesn't work. What do you know? It doesn't work. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? 5-point test and it failed. So it doesn't matter how good it is, or if it's not good, or whatever. It could be the most brilliant crap in the Western Hemisphere, but it fails. It simply fails. I didn't I didn't expect that. Almost every VSTs works. 99.7% works. This guy doesn't. I'm really surprised. That was a surprise. What? No, it doesn't. It is that guy, and there's no dials. Wow. Really? Really? Yeah, well, that shows how important the 5-point test actually is. This is such a surprise. Should I upload this? Yeah, probably should. Yeah, remember to do your 5-point. Odin, you fail. You're not gonna work in Elements. And oh wow, this was fun. Oh dear me. And with that, what the fuck? I didn't say that. No, I better edit that. Yeah, and thank you. Thank you for watching this. I'm sorry. Thank you for watching this very entertaining video. At least it failed. Yeah, thank you for watching, and bye bye.